Hey guys, what is up? It is Matty and welcome back to the channel. For this week's video, or I guess this week's vlog, we're gonna talk about my first relationship. So this isn't probably gonna be that long of a story, but like, it's my first relationship. I'm gonna talk about two, because I know some people don't consider long distance relationships, or like internet relationships, or however you meet someone, real relationships. I was dating this dude that I think his name was Alex. I think it was my 8th grade year, so middle school. And we met online through like a chatting website, IMVU, for any of you guys who don't know what that is. It's just like a virtual chatting site, basically. Him and I, it was like a middle school relationship, but it was still my first relationship. We were together for about a month. He was really emo, I was fat and wanting to be emo. It was an interesting experience. But basically, it was like also super abusive. Like, I was happy we never ended up meeting in person just because he was very, very mentally abusive. He threatened to kill himself actually a few times. So I wouldn't break up with him. Or he said if I broke up with him, he would kill himself. And honestly, if anyone's ever in a situation like that, you need to just leave that person because that ain't worth it. No one's worth it. If they kill themselves because you break up with them, they just were looking for an excuse, I feel, to do it. And also, it's just such a manipulative and like abusive quality and a way to just like get someone, just to completely have someone under your control, basically. So like, if you're ever in a situation where someone says that, get help, because like, you shouldn't have to have that on your conscience. That is like, if you're really unhappy in a relationship, you shouldn't feel forced to stay in a relationship, just to appease them. I guess if that makes any sense. Basically, just someone is either obsessed with you or doesn't really care about you if they're saying they will kill themselves or if you break up with them. I've been in a couple of relationships like that, and it's very daunting, and it really does mess you up mentally. So, but yeah, he was like really cute, and for the most part, besides like that thing, he was like relatively sweet. I think we broke up because of the distance. So that was only like a month long. We talked a lot. It was like a weird relationship because he was like, it was a typical abuser. He was a typical abuser. He'd be really sweet sometimes, and then other times he'd put me down so harshly. It was bad. It's probably, I think, a great deal of where a lot of my mental illness stems from, or my self-esteem issues, I guess I should say. A lot of my self-esteem issues, I feel like, stem from that one relationship, honestly. So, okay, now for those of you who don't necessarily consider like long-distance relationships, real relationships, or whatever, my first real relationship or in-person relationship was this dude named Shane. I was a freshman in high school, so I was like, I think it was like 13, maybe 14 at the time. He was a junior, so he was like, I think 15 or 16 or something along those lines. And we were only together for like a week. So like, I guess you can consider that less a relationship than my middle school relationship, because it was only like a week long, but like, you know, it is what it is. I don't honestly know why we broke up. I can't remember. It was probably on me. I messed up a lot of good like relationships or like possible relationships with guys when I was and even middle school, which I guess I'll go into more detail after this about some things I messed up with really great guys. Some of them I could have feasibly seen actually being together with them still if I had not ruined it for myself, I guess. But his name was Shane. He was a couple of grades ahead of me, like I said. He was relatively sweet, but he also was kind of gross. He didn't have a lot of personal hygiene or anything. It was a relationship. It was kind of mean to me after we broke up though, like, which was weird, because I was like, I felt like I was much nicer to him after we broke up, and I was like known for being a terrible person in high school. It was a B word, to say the least, when I was in high school. But yeah, so that was my first real relationship, I guess, technically, because even though it was like only a week. I don't have a lot of experience of like in-person relationships, honestly, in the first place, just because like growing up like a fat gay kid, it's very difficult to find other gays who actually want to be with you, especially in person. Not saying I wasn't necessarily, I was like adorable. I will say I was adorable, but looking back at photos of myself, I was just like, I could see myself, I was like a little cutie my freshman year, and then I started gaining more weight. I gained more weight, I think, after my freshman year. And then I was just like, not really cute anymore. And now I'm just like, I might be a little chubby, but I'm drop dead gorgeous, babes. But yeah, so I guess if we want to go in, because those are like very short, and I don't want this to be excessively short video. So, you know, I guess we'll talk about some relationships or possible relationships that I messed up. So I was in band my 8th grade year. With like, I think a week or two left, there was this guy, Sergio, who honestly, to this day, he's one of the people that I really wish I could go back in time and fix what I messed up. He was really sweet, and like, we admitted to each other at the end of our 8th grade year that we liked each other, but he had a girlfriend who he said he was willing to leave for me, which I felt kind of bad about, and so like, we didn't end up pursuing anything. I mean, we made out and stuff in the bathroom a couple times, and yeah, honestly, I still, like I said, if I had the opportunity to go back in time to change, because it was on me. If I would have said yes to me and his boyfriend, he would have left his girlfriend, and I think he was going to he was going to make it where he was going to try to go to the same high school as me. And so I honestly feel I would have probably still been in that relationship had I said yes. But I was also in special ed, which I'll probably do another video on, a story time on, for like most of my education, and up until my 8th grade year. So I didn't have a lot of great people skills, so I didn't do what I wanted, basically. I really do wish I had some way of getting in contact with him again or something, just because I like the idea of maybe pursuing something with him. Granted, I don't know if I would still be attracted to him, because I don't know how puberty affected him and all that good stuff, but I would say he's my biggest regret with not pursuing something, honestly. I mean, it obviously is what it is at this point, but if I had the option, I would actually pursue something with him in middle school. In 8th grade, well, more like freshman year, because at that point I was basically we were basically graduating from high school. And I really, really do regret not doing anything, so TT. Then there was this dude, Fabio. He was friends with this dude, Kyle, who I dated for a couple weeks. And God, I feel so weird. More online stuff. And Fabio was willing to take Bart to come see me, and for some reason I wouldn't let him. I don't know why. If I had to guess why, it's probably because I was nervous that he wouldn't like me in person, because I've always been relatively good at making myself look a little smaller on camera than I do in person. And so I guess I was just kind of like, I'm anxious that he won't like what he sees when he sees me in person. And so I didn't let him, and then we broke up. And then we talked again for a little bit, but we never ended up being back together, and so that was a thing. Those are like the two of the like things I think, looking back at my time growing up, that I wish I would have done something differently. Like with Sergio, I wish I would have pursued something. With Fabio, I should have let him come and visit me, because we might be together, or we might not have been necessarily together, but it would have probably been a good experience for me regardless of another boyfriend in person or whatever. Because I do feel like part of me now is like, because I wear my heart on my sleeves, like 100% I do. I'm gonna do a vlog about labeled guys are stupid at some point in the next couple weeks. I do wear my heart on my sleeve, so I do get attached to guys easily. I will fully admit that. I know it's a thing. I'm not necessarily proud of it, but it's a thing. But I also can get over a guy really quickly, but I also do feel like part of me is trying to relive the missed years of dating I had, to experiment more and figure out what I like. Granted, that being said, I also have more or less discovered what I want at this point, but I'm also kind of done with relationships and guys and stuff like that now, so that'll be a story time for maybe next week I'll do a vlog that's just guys are stupid. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments section. All I have time for in this vlog, guys. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Like I said actually, you guys are going to see this probably before the Mass Effect video, because I do have Mass Effect Let's Play starting up again on my channel, so if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll leave a link for it in the description of this video. I would really appreciate you guys checking those videos out and leaving likes and comments on those as well. But comment down on this video, let me know if you guys would be interested in me doing a vlog about how guys are stupid. And there's many reasons to that. We can just be how guys do stupid things that put their lives in danger, and it can also be like, guys just suck. absolutely suck. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification because then you get notified whenever I post a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!